Girls and boy, why the sloth?
I don't know. It was like my idea, but they just went along. But it's just really cool and interesting.
It's a really, it's a weird animal.
Yeah.
Because it's very
It's
common.
different.
Okay. What's weird about it, Gold?
Well, the fact that it has a 4-part stomach to help digest leaves is pretty cool.
Why would it have to have that, do you think, Derrick?
Because maybe the leaves that they eat is pretty hard to digest just in one regular stomach.
That's exactly right. Yep, it has a 4-chamber stomach because, well, humans, I mean, you guys think about this as gross, but you think about sometimes how do I want to say this? Sometimes we don't digest food all the way and you can still see it on the opposite end. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anyway, so by having a 4-chamber stomach, it can break them down more. Good. What else we got?
There's like, I didn't know this. I only thought there was one kind of sloth, but there's different kinds of sloths. Like,
How many of them do you know?
Like
Really?
the most common ones are 2-toed and 3-toed sloths. We're obviously doing 3-toed sloth.
When it says 3 toes,
3-toed.
are there actual toes?
Well, they're nails.
Yeah, they have
and
big long nails.
Like,
that,
you can
pull
see
on
like
trees.
right here or right here, like they're so long, and the nails like help it like hold onto the tree branch and stuff.
And
Cool.
its nails are so dirty that it creates ecosystems for new types of fungus and life.
Cool.
So,
Like when it dies, like if it once it's dead, it'll still hang on to the tree, like it doesn't fall down or anything.
Yeah, they don't actually, I mean, they hold on, but they more hook themselves together. Does that make sense? So, Eliana, what about yours? I know you missed some of the project as far as putting it together, but you still did a lot of research about it.
It's like one of the world's slowest animals, so since it moves so slow, algae kind of grows on it and it kind of like hides it.
Sure. What's that called where an animal uses something? Good. So I talked about this in the other class. Somebody else did the 3-toed sloth. When you have 2 organisms that work together, and then they're both benefiting from it, because the algae is a place to live, right? What's it doing for the sloth?
Well, the sloth is providing a habitat for the algae.
But what's the algae doing for the sloth?
Sloth.
Camouflaging, right? So both animals are getting, or both organisms are getting something out of it. So that's good.
It's located like in northern, like there.
What rainforest is that, right?
The
South America. It's
What rainforest? No.
rainforest, Amazon. Sorry.
Yeah,
Amazon.
I thought you were
Amazon.
talking about like where.
Yeah, no, South America. Good. That's a great one. What else we got? Go.
Fun fact: sloths have like these compounds in their hair, and people can use them, or the eggheads can use them as stuff against breast cancer cells. So it also can benefit to us humans too.
Cool. Yeah, it's a new thing that they're finding the fungus that grows on the hair, I think is what it is. They're using it as breast cancer research. So that's pretty interesting. Like to try to cure it. That's the thing about the rainforest we talked about before. There's so many millions of different things that we haven't even discovered yet, some of which may be super important that we just, and if it gets destroyed, that's it. It's gone. That's an interesting one. Good.
One of the biggest threats to the sloth is the harpy eagle.
Because the harpy eagle can take it for basically any given time, because it'll just swoop down and kill people.
That's why the 2 big things, they're upside down most of the time, you guys said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why would that be beneficial for them?
Because kiss them while they're not like.
Because when it's upside down, it can see up.
Okay. What's
the
also
harpy eagle is in the emergent layer,
Mm-hmm.
and the sloth is in the canopy.
So what's between the sloth and the harpy eagle?
Trees, like the more branches and like leaves and stuff.
Right. But if it's upside down,
Yeah.
it's got a big limb
Yeah.
between the harpy eagle and the actual sloth, right? So it'd be pretty hard for the harpy eagle, because the harpy eagle uses its feet, right, to catch things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd have to kind of swoop down and go underneath of it. Is that going to really happen? Well, it does, but not very often. So that's another reason why they're upside down.
Didn't you say that they sometimes have their arm with like a branch because it was green? And so they
Somebody else said that. I didn't say that.
And
You-
sloths
I've heard that before.
have a purpose to some other animals like jaguar and harpy at most. And humans. Well, sometimes,
What are harpy eagles and jaguars? What are they useful for? What are the sloth useful for?
Food.
For food, sure.
They are faster in water, like than they are on like trees and stuff. But I don't know why, but they are.
Anything else you guys thought was really cool?
Sleeps for 15 to 20 hours.
And they usually live solo, so I'm kind of like a sloth.
You are?
Yeah. When we were researching, he was like, "Man, I could really be a sloth."
Like
Okay.
slow and dirty and stuff couple?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a very interesting animal. They're really ugly, I think. Well, it depends.
Yeah, they're ugly.
I think if you look at like the one in the middle, the faces are kind of cute, but like if you look at the one laying on the road or whatever that one is,
That's disgusting.
yeah, it's not so good. I was telling one of the other classes, I don't remember what horror movie it is, but there's one where there's like the lady that crawls out of a well or something, and it looks kind of like that.
That's what I look like when
I
I'm
think
watching
maybe.
Netflix.
So anyway, does anybody else have any questions for these guys?
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, giddy up.
They urinate only once a week, which also is on my wish list.
Yeah.
It's on your wish list.
Yeah.
It might hurt your stomach or hurt your
Bladder
bladder.
infection.
Yeah, isn't that because
No.
they only like go down for
Well, if you guys remember, they're super slow. Do you remember why they're super slow? Go.
Because they eat like so little food that they don't have enough energy to move fast.
That's part of
their
it.
food is like not the food
It's
doesn't
not-
have enough
Right.
energy.
The energy they eat, the food they eat is very low on energy. So they keep everything really slow. So their temperature is really low, their body movements are slow, and that just makes them get the most out of their food. So
What's your temperature?
I don't know what their temperature is, but it's pretty low for most animals.
They live in more than 25 different trees. Tyler.
I don't know if you guys can answer it, but like, what if someone like gave a sloth a cheeseburger or something? Would they be able to move faster?
No, they probably wouldn't even eat it because they're
They
herbivores.
mostly only eat.
But they got a
One
veggie
type.
booger.
They
Yeah.
they live in like Derrick said, like over 25 different trees, but they mainly eat one like type of leaf from a tree.
Well,
This-
they're
It's
herbivores.
syrup.
Caesarapia or something.
It's herbivores.
What if you put like
That was,
salad
like,
and then
the
you put
leaves that
like
they
sugar
like
or
the
something
best.
on it?
Sugar? No, their body isn't made to go fast. I mean, it's just not.
Any
So
question?
that's a good question, even though they ate something with more energy.
Or any
Yes,
of them
in
have
captivity they live 30 to 40 years.
There's sloths in our zoo.
Really?
Kingdom of the Night, down where like the aardvark and the armadillo and stuff, they're in there.
Any more
Yeah,
questions?
they're hard to see because it's kind of dark in there,
I was seeing everything.
and they just kind of hang out. When we were there last week, there was one of them like stuck in a hole in the tree. I mean, he wasn't stuck there, but he was in there. Yeah, he was in there.
How was their Sunday?
Any more questions?
It's only dark during the day. At night, they turn all lights on in that place.
So,
Yeah.
if they're going solo, do they do that because...
Well, okay, they will.
'Cause they live at
will
night.
Get
They're awake at
together.
They
They will get together and reproduce, but they don't like stay with the baby or like
Yeah,
the
that's
person
what
that they
you asked.
reproduce.
Yeah,
but
they-
they just go do their business and then leave.
They usually, yeah.
So then
I hate
they
one
don't take
thing.
care of their babies?
Reproduction is a seasonal act too.
So do they not take care of their babies?
Why do they have to go all the way down to the floor to go to the bathroom?
I don't know.
Because they hang upside down. Wouldn't that be?
I think that's why. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure.
You just flip around?
Drop it.
How do they hold on?
Good.
Are they always upside down? Like if they're getting down from the tree, do they like swing
No.
upside down? Or
They
just
aren't
turn?
always upside down, but like
mostly.
mostly upside down. Like they don't swim upside down.
They just hang around.
They just like they like relax the day away or the week, depending upon
They don't have school, so
How long did it take them back to get to their spot?
a long time.
Somebody said in the other
Like
class,
3 weeks, maybe.
in a day they could move 1 or 2 trees. So like they could go from tree to tree, a couple of trees down.
People think that they're just like slower, but they're like extremely slow.
Yeah,
Like-
they're super slow. One of the slowest animals on earth, actually.
Yeah, that's what
Did you
other
have
people
that?
say.
Turtles faster?
Yeah, turtles are much faster.
Turtles are definitely faster.
Yeah.
They swim faster in the water than sea. though.
Okay. Anybody else? Questions?
Kayla.
Why do they get headaches for like being upside down for so long?
Do animals get headaches?
I'm sure.
There's like
They're used
I
to
think-
it.
Yeah, they're adapted to live like that.
Tori.
Are snails faster than them or are they slower?
I don't know. I don't know if you're thinking about it right. It's not they're hanging upside down. They're hanging more like hanging from a branch. More, yeah, like laying almost like on their
Snails
back.
are a little bit
So it's not like their heads are.
There'd have to be
Yeah,
some,
no.
like a literal race for that. But
We don't know.
Any more
snails-
questions?
Eliana's in your group.
Oh, Eliana.
I don't understand how they can swim faster. If they move slow, wouldn't they like drown? Because
I
Don't
don't know.
argue with
I would
facts.
say that they're probably relatively buoyant because they're not very big. I mean, they're not a super heavy animal. Do you guys have that for description? How big they are?
no.
So 15 to 30 inches is only like
A dog.
this tall.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not super
It
heavy.
might also be because like if they're anything like humans are lighter in water, so like just maybe just because they're lighter and they're not holding on to all their weight, they can swim faster.
More
They're-
buoyant.
They
It's a good question. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's give the group a hand. Yay!